Hey guys, this is Deacon from CollectionDX with a quick review of the UNSC Night Ops Gausshog, which was kindly provided to us by the fine people at Mega Bloks. Now, I'm not going to talk much about the actual specifics of the building process of this, but more on the actual complete product on its own. If you want to know about what I think about actually it as a building toy in a whole, be sure to check out the written review over at CollectionDX.com. But anyway, so let's take a look at this. I should preface this by mentioning the fact that I have not played Halo 4 and don't know a lot about it, but regardless of that, I do like this set a good bit. Let's talk about some of the minifigures first. These are your standard Halo minifigures from Mega Bloks, which are usually pretty awesome. Oodles of ball joints and swivels and hinges, really superposable for their tiny size. This one is just your standard Spartan warrior. And this guy with a very different looking helmet is apparently a Pathfinder. These names mean nothing to me. All I know is that they are very cool looking little dudes. And definitely worth taking a look at. I'll set these guys aside. Now, the thing that I've always been wondering about is what this giant dude is, who is apparently known as, I believe it is a Promethium, like a proton lancer or something like that, which is basically a giant dude who, you know, tears apart faces and things like that. This is a pretty interesting thing because it has a fantastic range of posability and a lot more heft than these tiny guys do. The ball joints have a really good range of motion. They can go everywhere. He has these tiny little arms that he can, like, do fisticuffs at you with, and these other arms can also, like, shoot people and take heads off with these ridiculous translucent saws. One cool thing is the fact that this gun actually, it has a little handle here, so if you kill this guy, you can just pop this off, and yeah, one of these little guys can use it as a weapon, which is a nice feature. One thing that did confuse me, but doing some quick research I finally figured out, is that this back part opens, and since I didn't play the game, I had no idea why. But apparently in other sets there are these little dudes known as Watchers, which you can put in there. Now, I don't have one of those, so I can't do that, but I did find out the little pegs in there are pretty good for putting in some random Marine guy who's sick of being killed in every single game and wants to finally, you know, do something, and he can go assume direct control or something, and he can have his legs hang out the back, and it actually doesn't look that bad. But yeah, those are the minifigures in this set. It's pretty cool. Now let's get on to the main thing here, which is the Gausshog itself. Now, I was actually really surprised by how much I like this thing. It has a lot of nice little touches that I wasn't expecting. Number one being that the wheels have a kind of suspension system by using just a couple of looser angle pegs right here, so you can have it, you know, take this poor guy and, you know, just kind of roll right over him, no problem. It's wonderful. Other nice features are things like this back piece here. It just folds right down, so if you want to have this guy just kind of go up here and then man the giant, really awesome Gauss cannon, he can do that. On that topic, this Gauss cannon is awesome. I love this piece a lot. It's on a ridiculous number of joints. It's on an axle, that's on a hinge, that's on an additional hinge, that's on another hinge up here, and then on top of that, the cannon itself spins as well. So, really cool, really intimidating looking weapon that I like a lot. Also, I love these little gas canisters. Well, they might not be gas. I'm of the opinion that this is probably filled with Red Bull, and that's what I'm going to stick with. The big feature of this thing, though, is the fact that it actually has electronics. Yeah, this entire front section is a giant electronics board, and so it's all stored in there. And I have to give them credit, they did a really good job of storing it all in a single unit without being a giant block of technology that's in the way. And so you could in order to activate, all you have to do is hit this these hooks right here. And then you get a couple noises. You have a couple of it starting up, it crashing, it rolling along real good. Now, I've been told that that's the sound of the Gauss cannon going off, but I'm going to pretend it's crashing. That's also it crashing. And that's definitely crashing. Yeah. Overall, pretty fun, and you can just cycle through those as fast as you want by just spamming that button. So that's pretty cool. It should be worth noting that this thing does come with a sticker sheet, but personally I like how it looks just clean, so I left it as is. Now, let's talk about one thing I do kind of have a problem with this set, which is the fact that, and it's not really something you can do much about just by the virtue of the design of these guys, which is the fact that you can put them in the driver's seats, but they don't really lock in or secure in any way. So whenever I put this guy in here, he just kind of has to rattle around. I mean, it feels alright, but it always, for some reason, makes this one seat unpeg. And that happens too. But, I mean, they fit in there. They won't, as long as you're not, like, violently shaking. Actually, I guess even if you're violently shaking it, it's alright. But it's secure in there, but it's secure in there just by, like, friction and size of the vacuum only. But, you know what, it works, so at least there's that. And so, yeah, pretty cool set overall. One thing I do want to mention, I said I wasn't going to mention actually the building aspect, but what I really like is in the building process, it came with a series of yellow bricks that let you just kind of support this thing up, as if it were in a machine shop or something being worked on. And that's the only purpose those yellow blocks serve, and as soon as you're done with the building, you pull them off and that's their job, which was a neat feature. So yeah, it is a very well-rolling, very cool-looking vehicle from the Halo world. I dig it a lot. If you have a lot of these sets, I think this will be a neat addition to it. Also, they came with guns. I forgot to mention that, by the way. But, yeah, I like it a lot. Pretty simple set. Only took me about 20 minutes to build the thing on a whole, and it was pretty enjoyable. And so, you know, if you have other Mega Bloks sets and things like that, you can, you know, have this guy flying around, cutting this guy's head off and taking the whole thing down and knocking it over. And then, what are they going to do? Oh, wait, no, it's okay, because Iron Man and War Machine are both here, and they're going to beat the crap out of him. And then let's just throw the Samurai Mega Bloks Ranger in here, too, and he'll cut his head off. Mega Bloks are fun, guys. And so that was a review done on the UNSC Night Ops Gausshog. I'm D-Kun, and this has been kindly provided to us by the fine people at Mega Bloks. And be sure to check out the written review. Take it easy.